Alright, it's a tier 6 game on the highway. I'm in my T49, and as you can see, I am the bottom man on the whole list. Poor T49, really get into the role of a scout. No, not really. It's all tank destroyer. They can pretend it's a scout and do a fair job of it. So first, because I want to see what my team is doing, I decided to just kind of roam around here, just wrecking things on the cap circle, removing cover the other team could use to cap out. I am thinking very strong about going down this way just for a moment, but then I say, no. I want to see what the team's going to do. I want to see how dumb the team is, really. I want to see if they're... Because I'm getting really nervous about the fact that I don't see anyone really strongly pushing to take the south side of the town. The good news is that increasingly on this map, no one bothers trying to go into the town from the southern base because it's so exposed. You end up being stuck in a death trap around K9. Just ripped apart. So I take my time making sure there's no cover whatsoever on the cap circle. There we go. Nice and clear. Once again thinking about running down that way, but there's a lot of people going that way. There's not a lot of people going the other way. So after I go down the hill here, spot some targets. But no line of fire from down here. We just lost our M7. Take a shot at the Cheeto, even though I'm not sure I have a line of fire on him, because, you know, might as well. Then decide I don't like the look of this, how this fight's going to go down here, and decide to switch flanks. It's one of those things about T49, really. I'll spot the Cheeto again. This time I do have a line of fire on him. And that's enemy tier 6 out of play. Alright, the M6 and our Cheeto have gotten to the south side. Unfortunately, the enemy was also not pushing very hard over there. All they've got down there is some sort of tank destroyer. But as you can see, our team is bleeding people rather quickly because they have a superior scout watching the middle, and all their tank destroyers are probably camping near their base. Yep, there goes our M6. Valiantly done, sir, but not enough fire support there for you to really push it. So I decided to run that way. That Cheeto is all by himself. And in theory, I have both the view range and the stealthiness to spot them without being spotted and turned. At least that's the theory I'm working with right here. Alright, friendly artillery managed to take down the enemy M4, but we're still down by 2 tanks. Hellcat in the middle, so I'm actually angling slightly this way, hoping to pull him into my render range, but never shows up. Fortunately, one of our tank destroyers was able to finish him off. Full health ARL 44. That'll be lots of fun to shoot at. Yeah, below the horizon line here. In order to shoot him, I'm actually going to have to go out of all the lovely comforting concealment along the trees right here. I'm going to have to go out to the very south end of the map. So I'm aiming for one of these trees out here, hoping to use it for a little bit of concealment while I spot whatever that ARL 44. This tree right here looks like a likely spot. Fortunately, he's not close enough. And I'm not going much further forward. There he is. Yeah, well, hull down. Acting as a spotter for the line of tank destroyers that's undoubtedly sitting behind him. Hellcat has pushed far forward on their northern flank. You can see now that they've pretty much put themselves into a tight defensive formation around their base. Since I can't do anything down here without exposing myself, I decided to work my way northward and see if I can find a place to do anything up here. Yep, total camp fest. Hellcat's absolutely right. This one's looking like it's going to quickly turn into... Excuse me. It's going to turn into a camp zone. So for right now, I decided to move this way. we're actually down 2 tanks, so I say to myself, the other team's responsibility to attack because they have superior numbers. So I'm just going to be patient and move near our base and wait to see if anything happens. This bush looks good. Yeah, it's a good thing they're rebalancing this map with the next one, because its current layout, this is pretty much the only good strategy for either side, is to sit and wait for someone else to do something stupid. Oh hey, there's a target. Matilda's moving forward to see what happens. Fortunately, got some good hard cover between him and me, but not between him and the SU-100. Our Cheeto decides to declare that he's going in. I'm going to yell at him, no, no, you're going to die. Watch how far he gets. Alright, there's 100 meters. Yep, just over 100 meters, and he's completely taken apart. Never even spots a thing. Yeah, this is why we're glad they're redoing this map. Because, yeah, if it easily turns into games like this. Or you just sit there and watch. So why am I showing you this game? Well, it gets more interesting as the game goes on. Ah, KV2. Full health. Missed him with the first shot.
Enemy armor is hit.
Get some damage on the second one.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And the flak bus finishes him off. See, anything that moves out in the open, if this is done right, just simply dies. Arrow 44 and Jackson moving together against our KV-1S. I seem to recall that he's only got the stock gun. He's going to need some help, so I turned rushing that way to see if I can help him out. Even with the speed of the T49, this is a long sprint. Yeah, 59 health, stock gun. That KV-1S is in real trouble. And while that Nash ones and the Chinook are technically situated, placed well to help support him with some long-range fire, it's not the best bet. Decided to risk being artilleried. I'm going to come raging down here and just hit all sorts of obstacles in my haste to get down to this KV-1S. Luckily, the artillery is not watching back here. I'm able to once again pull right in here and up to this tree for a look around. There's the Jackson. A little bit of irony here. That's the Jackson. Full health ARL though, that's a bit more of a challenge. I probably did not hit the ARL. A little nervous about poking out much further to see him though. It's just, ugh, so many tank destroyers. Oh, there he is again. SU-100 though, much higher priority. As dangerous as the ARL is, this guy's got a much more powerful gun. Alright, well, KV-1S has just died. And they're both, and the SU-100 is clearly pushing, so I decide to get the heck out of Dodge. Artilleries indicate they're going to try and help me, but I'm looking at this going, I can't fight here in the city. Terrible place for artillery to shoot from, terrible place for me to shoot, and the SU-100 looked like he was packing the big gun, which means he can one-shot me, no problem. So I need to move someplace where I can see, hopefully let the artillery shoot. Yeah, almost like, don't evacuate! Yeah, no, this is not a brawling tank. If I was in my KV-1 or my KV-1S, absolutely I'd stand and fight. I'm not, I'm in a T49. I'm a tin can with a gun. RC-100 yells that he's on his way. Good, good, good. I don't think he's going to get here first, because he's got to climb that hill first. So I set up in this bush right here, because this is usually the way people try to sneak in. From this bush right here, I can watch that whole highway road and the area to my front as well. Now, if they sneak in through the, even if they try to sneak in through the railway, I will briefly see them, which then means I can try and set up a moving ambush, hit them from behind, while hopefully the SU-100 and the artilleries are hitting them from the front. Aha! SU-100. Let's hope the artilleries are paying attention. And they were. Alright, our flak buzz, as you can see, has gotten all kinds of aggressive. He's moved up to A1, is taking a look around. I'm sitting here waiting for that ARL to show up. Once again, more tense waiting. Yeah, this whole game is just very, very tense. Oop, there's the enemy SC-35A. But the flak bus gets them. So now it's a draw. We're actually back down to even on tanks. They have one more tier 6 heavy than we do. Well, which is more tier 6 tank period. They got the ARL and the two different ARLs, the 44 and the V39. Oop, found the M41. Alright, I decide the SU-100 looks like he's up to something, so I start moving this way. At first thinking of joining the flak bus. Right up until the SU-100 finds the ARL. Right about now. Whoops. I run back this way to try and help him out, because if I could flank the ARL is going to be in a lot of trouble. But the SU-100 apparently got taken off guard, and even as I'm moving into attack position, he's taken out. I do some more damage to the ARL. His buddy an SU-85 shows up, and I'm like, whoop, nope, never mind. T49 is not built for this sort of face-to-face fight. I'm trying to posture as if I was going to stand and fight, and then use my superior acceleration and speed to just get the heck away from here. Head for the bushes around the cap circle. So I need to surprise these guys if I want to stand any chance whatsoever. This quarter means I'm actually throwing the artillery to the wolves, unfortunately. But gotta do something. There's the ARL. First, I'm not shooting, because once again, I'm just trying to spot for everyone else. The Hummel completely takes out the SU-85. Very nice. I'm just thinking about engaging when the ARL dives back here. The RD, of course, is calling for attention. And I decide the time has come. I'm going to bounce me a bigger tank. Hey, big guy! He, of course, naturally goes, whoa, not good. Of course, I accidentally overshoot here. I managed to track him, though. And now I just have to try and have his turret long enough to finish him off. I didn't need that bounce. That was most of my APCR supply, but problem handled. Okay. Wolverine, ARL, M41 have all been spotted to the north. That artillery round landed me, though, was probably the FV, which the SU-100 says, yeah, he's probably in the town. It's great FV territory, which is why I'm not going that way. I'm going to go this way. I want to see if I can pick on enemy ARL. Having just killed one, I want another one. Sadly, there's less than a minute left in this game at this point. It's not looking likely we're going to be able to pull a win or a loss for that matter. It's just going to probably be a straight up draw at this rate. Whoop, there's the ARL. He's out of my draw range, though. I got to get closer. There he is. Such a tiny target. Oh, the M41 got the flak bus. FBO 304 kills our other artillery in the town. I decide at this point there's only 15 seconds left. There's no way I'm going to find and kill all three enemy tanks, so let's just hide. Here comes the M41. I go, oh heck, why not? Just credits.
Armor is damaged.
I've been spotted. ARL's popping up to take a shot at me when the game ends. Unfortunate that it was a draw, but still, that was one heck of a tense and good game. Good night.